Hello, best team ever. Just popping by with just a quick little tip tonight. Happy Monday night. I was just thinking about Facebook and social media and the algorithm, and I thought, I wonder if there are some things that you guys just don't know. There's a lot that I don't know, but here are a few tips that I was thinking of that I just jotted down really quickly that make a big difference. So even if you have great content that you're putting out there, if it's not being seen in front of other people and shared, it's really going to just kind of fall flat. So some ways that you can kind of maximize your great ideas and your great content and help other people find you is number one, if you comment on other people. So like if your own friends come in the feed, if you comment on their posts, hey, who do I have on here? Paulina, hello. So if you comment on their posts, whatever they are, even if they're just commenting about their new earrings or lunch, they went out to lunch today and they showed you their lunch. If you comment on their feed, guess what? Your feed will pop up for them to see. So I didn't know if you knew that or not, but especially if you have somebody that you're kind of eyeing that you would love to see your posts because you'd love to have them on your team or you think they'd just love to buy from you, but especially if you want to do that drip marketing, then for sure, comment on their post. Just normal stuff. Don't even talk about Scentsy because again, the algorithm will work in your favor because then it'll show your posts. And as long as you are dripping Scentsy every once in a while, don't make it spammy, don't make it just flyer after flyer, but then she will see what you're up to. Or especially if it's somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time, you don't even have to inbox them and be like, hey girl, you can again, just comment on her post. Hello, Savannah. And then, like I said, the algorithm will make it so that your posts will pop up on her feed as well. So there's tip number one. Number two, when you post stories with interaction. So when you make a story on Facebook or Instagram, you can put, like, would you like this, or warmer one or warmer two, and then they click on it. So interaction type posts, or even just a, comment below with one question you'd love to ask me. Or like I said, it doesn't even necessarily have to be all Scentsy related, especially because you don't want people to just, that's what attraction marketing is all about. You want to make yourself and your life look like that's the advertisement. That's the stickiness, is that people think, oh, I want that kind of life. Not necessarily that you're selling the boats and fancy watches kind of a lifestyle, the lifestyle of the rich and famous, but maybe it's the lifestyle that, hey, I get to go to my kid's basketball game in the middle of the day because that's the freedom I have with Scentsy, or I can buy my kids Christmas gifts and not worry about it, thanks Scentsy, whatever it is, it's the lifestyle that we get to lead that is what will have them being like, oh, maybe I should do that because I have that same problem, especially if you kind of answer a problem with Scentsy. So have stories with interaction. Like I said, lots of times, don't even just post something and be like, oh, here's my new whatever. Say, like it, love it, just anything to get interaction that, again, will help the algorithm see, oh, she's a very involved person and people are commenting on her posts and on her stories and that they're interacting. That's what Facebook and Instagram want to do, is they want to boost you up because they are basically endorsing you and saying, this is a good person to follow because everybody finds value in what she or he is posting. So, gosh, we have 5 people on. I wonder, I can't see all the rest of you. So if you're on, say hey. Again, just that, if you're on, say hey. See, so when you go live or if you post something, ask for interaction. Even if it's not just in the stories, you can also ask for interaction. Ask for people to check in and say, hey, comment below where you're tuning in from, or comment below what your weather is like today, whatever it is. Oh, hey, Vic. See, Vic is down in Australia. And so now I can interact with him. And oh, Wendy, hello. See, so now you're interacting with me and I'm interacting with you, as well as now that you've interacted on this, it's going to bump it up in our group. So if you guys notice, a lot of times I will ask you guys to comment with your initials, or, mark when you've read it, or list your favorite emoji, or things like that. That's so that we can bond, and so I can honestly know who's seen it and who I need to follow up with. But also because it helps bump that video or that post higher up in the group, because then again, it's telling the algorithm, hey, this is an important post. We need to make sure everybody in the group sees it. So it's the same thing with social media. So the more you can get people to actually comment on it. And again, they kind of blacklist the words like or share or comment. So don't say, share this video if you love it, or subscribe below or whatever, because those are kind of the buzzwords that they're like, oh, okay, they're just fishing. So again, ask something like, I'd love to hear, what your weather is like today for you. It's kind of gray and gloomy today, or, whatever. Think of something. Or I'd love to know, do you have gray walls, or are you still in the grayish or the beige, or, just something, whatever you can do. Again, the more interaction, the more the algorithm will boost you. As well as if you PM somebody, remember how I said if you comment on their post, then they will naturally see your posts more likely. It's the same thing if you PM somebody and just comment. I mean, you don't even have to mention Scentsy, but if you just comment, if you just send them a PM or a DM and just to catch up and just say, hey, how's life? I haven't caught up with you in a long time. Then lots of times they'll be like, oh, this, and they'll be like, oh, sorry, I haven't ordered from you for a while or whatever. Or they might even be like, oh, I just saw that you posted this gorgeous new scent. Can you tell me about it? Or something like that. So again, maintain relationships real, and it will really help with your social media interaction as well. Plus, if you PM them, it's kind of like you commenting on it. So then Facebook's like, oh, they're connecting. They have a connection. So we want to show them each other's posts. So then your posts will pop up more in their feed as well. Again, so I was asking Dave, I said, what do you think? What would you tell, our team that does well? And he said if they do engaging or funny. He really likes funny things. So if you take something and you make it funny, my friend, instead of doing just her regular online party where she goes through and says, we've got this product and this product and then there's this product and this is how you use it, she put on her little Santa hat and put this on as if it were her telephone, and she's like, Santa Central or whatever, and she was then pretending like she was on the phone talking about sharing all the different products, but it made it fun and unique and engaging. So anything that is a little different than that. Nobody wants to be sold to or spammy or canned. One of the worst things you can do is just post flyers, just the pre-made flyers from the workstation, just because people want to see what it looks like in real life. They want a personal referral. They want to hear how you love it. And like I said, the more you can get people loving it and sharing or commenting on it, the more it will naturally boost it in the algorithm. And then more people on your feed will see it. Another thing you can do is Reels. For some reason right now, the algorithm loves Reels. I need to figure them out because I haven't been brave enough to try one yet, because it's a whole new, hey Angel, it's a whole new ball of wax. I'm really comfortable with stories. I love going live, and I've come this far, but Reels is the next frontier. So comment below, let us know, do you know how to do Reels? Maybe we'll have you on to do a little demo for us. But Reels, it's like a little mini video that you can make, and they're fun, they're shareable, and as you've probably noticed in your own feed, Facebook really likes them, as well as Instagram, and they will bump them up, as well as it's just on your home page so that you see other people's Reels. They're really heavy on those right now. So if you want to be found, do something that's fun or interactive or a fun way to, show your product and make a reel. And then the last thing is, if you want it to be shareable, if you want something to either be a tip or, it doesn't always have to be funny. I'm not very funny, so I wouldn't be very good at doing the funny. I leave that to Dave. But a lot of times, some of my best things are when I do a tip of something, how to change your wax, or how do you know when you need to change, whatever it is. A lot of those things will be shareable. So if you put it so that they are public instead of private or friends only or whatever, then that will be shareable. And you can even ask people to share your post as well, or to tag somebody. I did that on my business page the other day when we had the Nightmare Before Christmas buddy sale. And I said, tag somebody who needs this so that they can, get that before it's out, kind of thing. And I got quite a few tags on it of people that weren't even liking my page yet, but then they shared it and whatever. You can look in the standards as well, but we are allowed to reward or incentivize people for sharing our page or for liking our page, or things like that. If I get so many likes, I'll do whatever. We can't give those kind of awards away because they don't have to do anything. They don't have to buy from us. They just have to like our page, or they just have to share it or something like that. So again, if you're having a hard time with the algorithm, keep it fun, keep it fresh, keep it shareable, keep it interacting. Anything that you can do to keep it interacting will be fun. And like I said, bottom line is everybody wants a personal referral. They don't want just to have, a flyer from the workstation and then you to just type, this fragrance is this and this and this and $6 this month or whatever. They want you to smell it and be like, oh my goodness, this one is so good. And it reminds me of my whatever. And it, you know, I smell notes of this, and it's okay. Smell it more than once and be like, well, I'm smelling a little bit of this or whatever, kind of show them what it looks like, show them how to use it, whatever you can do. You can even tell them when you don't like it or it's not your favorite. Just remember that your favorite might be one that somebody else hates, and one that you don't like at all might be one that somebody else likes. So, you know, never count one out. But at the same time, people want your honest opinion, and they want to be somebody, especially because your people will be attracted to similar. So if they get to know your preference and your taste, and they know that I really like the fruity, sweet scents, then they'll be like, okay, well, if she likes it, then I know I'll like it. So anyway, those are just my few tips on how to hack the algorithm, how to get it to work in your favor. Because if you notice, sometimes you'll be like, oh man, I thought I had a really good post, and then it's crickets. So that's the algorithm for you. So the more you can get people interacting with it, even if it's something that has nothing to do with Scentsy, that will just boost you back in the algorithm, because then Facebook will be like, oh, she's somebody that people need to see. She's somebody that people want to see, and they're enjoying this, or they're giving likes and hearts, or they're sharing it, or they're commenting. All of those things help Facebook and Instagram and even YouTube, and you know, any social media platform is pretty much the same. They want to realize that you are good content and that they can give you the thumbs up basically to share you with others. So you're welcome, Paulina. Thanks for joining in. If you guys have any other comments on things that you do that help to hack the algorithm so that you can be up on top, yeah, let us know, comment below, or like I said, I'd love to have you go on live and share your tips, because I definitely am not the pro at anything. And I think that's the thing with Scentsy, is we're always learning new things. There's always something new to learn and something else. Like I said, especially if you know Reels, come on in and show us all how to do it. I had somebody ask me the other day how to put a link in your stories. That's another beautiful thing that just barely came up. It used to be that you had to have 10,000 followers to be able to, you know, link up to swipe my, you know, swipe up, you know, what do you call that? Swipe up for my link. And then we would have to say link in bio. Well, now you can actually link directly without just typing it on. You can hyperlink it in your stories. So if you need, I can show you how to do that, because I did figure out how to do that one. But anyway, okay, you guys are the best. Use the algorithm to work in your favor, because it really will help. As well as, the more you guys comment in our page, the more you like videos, the more you comment on each other's posts, the more you congratulate somebody and actually type it, that will show Facebook that you value this group, and that it will help boost it up in your feed, so that if you won't miss anything, as well as you can ask people to turn on notifications as well for your group or whatever. But if you're noticing that your VIP page is really low in interaction, try one of these things. Ask them, because people don't want it just to be in their feed. That's boring. Ask them to interact with their favorite, or have them pick, you know, which one, or A or B kind of a thing. Whatever you can do to make it fun and interactive, that will always boost you in the rankings. So anyway, all right, you guys are the best. Have a wonderful Monday night. And if you have any questions, comments, or tips, we are all here in it together. So please comment and share, because we'd love to hear it. And there's Macy working on her homework in the back. So anyway, all right. Have a great day. Bye.